Tim, let's talk about State of Origin. It's coming up, Game 2 in Perth, Sunday night. The big Perth Stadium. Was it Optus Stadium?
Optus,
the big Optus Stadium.
TBOS.
We'll see all of the lights. There's always those bloody lights that run around the side of the field. It's very harrowing. Whenever they score a try, they like make the lights go up like full and
the LED lights.
The LEDs are like wow, and you're watching it on TV and you're like, Jesus
Bought
Christ.
a dimmer switch.
Yeah, old mate over there.
What do you do for a living? Dimmer switch guy.
I'm the dimmer guy. Oh, okay. But look, it looks as if New South Wales have put together the team that they probably should have played in the first game. And try not to be a bit too cute. They've gone back to, to a bit more structure, making a bit more sense. It's cool to see Burton into the centres. Obviously, he's only 6 months detached from the Penrith team, wins a premiership in that position. So
basically centre of the year last year.
I think he won centre of the year at Penrith. Centre of the year at Penrith. But I'm pretty sure he it was like back of the year or something. He did very well. Basically centre of the year. A much more stable, and yes, having Api Carousel, the dirty dog, in at 9.
How's the mistress?
The dirty dog. I wonder being in like camp with him this year. You're like, now Api, did you bring...
Now don't you bring those mistresses.
Don't you do that again. You're a dirty dog. So what are you? You're a dirty dog. But putting him in at 9 sends a message, and they're just running that Penrith spine. I mean, it's a successful act, and Luai obviously was very quiet game 1. There was a moment in that game last weekend, that just been where he sort of ran along the line. You're like, where are you going, Jerome? And then worked it out and went on to score a try. I think Crichton scores in the corner. So he had a couple of flashes of like, this is why they put me in the team. All right. Which is fine. That's good. And I think it's it is a better team overall. Gerbo's back in. I'm a big fan. And I know that it's not exactly positionally wise what you need in an Origin game, but he is the fucking ticker of that New South Wales squad. He seems like an absolute lovely bloke. And the sort of one you want around the team to try and get them across, because they missed the heart. I think that might have been a lot of it. And I know, the Buzz Rothfields and whatnot had their opinions. What was it that New South Wales, what did they say? It was something, Juzzy T had a big Tuzzy J had a big go about it, which is fair enough, about like what Buzz was saying, I can't even remember what it was, but it was bullshit. It's just annoying me that I'm even bringing it up. But either way, I think we're in for a big one. If New South Wales are fair income, they should win this game.
Wow.
They should win
that
this
sounds
game.
awfully familiar.
It does. If they went the same way that they did in game 1, I'm saying 3-0, just crown it, Queensland win. New South Wales have given themselves a bit of a chance here. But then they've got to go and do it in Queensland. So, it would be really interesting to see a series where nobody wins a game in their own state.
Yeah.
Which is what has to happen for New South Wales to win. And for Queensland, this goes down as one of their, up there with one of their better victories in the last couple of years.
There's so many to pick from for Queensland.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes.
Because why, Michael?
Because we win a lot.
Well, and also...
Yep.
And we don't lose much.
All right.
Because of the teams that we put together.
We get it.
Oh, because we get it.
Yeah. I'll tell you who doesn't get it.
Michael Wilkins is the New South Wales of setups.
All right. What do you think?
Okay,
what are you going with Origin this week?
So,
who you got?
I just want to respond.
All right,
because
have a response. Queensland probably still win the damn thing.
Well, Queensland made one change, so there's no point talking about that.
Done.
Here's why New South Wales lost, besides the fact they don't get it and Freddie was on the gear. Isaiah Yeo went down and the link play, and that was one reason. Harry Grant. Damien Cook could just not go with him.
No.
For 80 minutes.
Came off COVID.
Yeah.
Like,
and groin. And Harry only played 45 minutes or something like that.
Yeah.
Like, he didn't play. He got taken off. And then I was like, I can't believe they took him off. He's killing it. And then Ben Hunt kicks the 70-meter punt down the other end and completely changes the momentum in the last 5 minutes. Damien Cook can't go 80 in Origin. He can't do that. Yeah. And so Freddie's gone, well, I'll just do what Queensland did. And I think it's a great move. Yes. You put Appy in to start with the fucking 8 other Penrith guys.
Yeah.
That just makes sense. And then Damien Cook can do exactly what Harry Grant did. So it essentially negates that not fully, but it negates the impact.
It's a counter.
It countered to the impact.
It's a counter.
Which is one of the reasons why they lost game 1. The other thing is the forwards. Like, Regan Campbell-Gillard made 70 metres in the game, and I think 35 were made in the last 5 minutes when you guys had 80% of the ball. He's gone. The problem with the way that they've picked 3 ball-playing locks
Yes.
to start. Gerbo's the first receiver. Like, he's going to have to completely change his game. Cam Murray's that guy, but can also, do the dirty work. And Isaiah, again, 3 guys to do that play similar roles to,
Yeah, that's going to be tricky.
So I think there might be a change to the starting side, potentially. And the other reason why New South Wales lost was because everyone knew that the ball was going to Cleary on the last tackle.
Yeah.
Now that Burton's there, you've got a right foot, left foot combination for kicking, and Burton's kicking can actually test the Cobb Loaf and,
in the last couple of weeks, he's
rookie
turning
wingers.
it on. Yeah.
So it all just, to me, makes sense, which goes back to why don't they do this in game 1?
Exactly. And I think that's the big point. The vibe. He was vibing. Someone's taken the peace pipe off Freddie and said, no more, hang on.
They just got
Think
too
about
cute
it for 2
with it,
minutes.
Luke.
Yeah, they did. They got way too cute with it. Way too cute. And it's obvious that, that someone's had a word and here we are. And much better team, better structured team. And,
The quote that Juzzy T or Tuzzy J was going on about was saying on NRL 360 that Greg Alexander and Paul Kent were saying that Queensland won the game because they played dirtier than New South Wales and that New South Wales were playing too nice.
What a fucking stupid thing to say. That's not at all what happened.
No. You prop.
What dirty? What were they even talking about? They worked out on average that Queensland were like 0.2 of a second more on top on the ruck than New South Wales were. Like 0.2 of a second.
On average across 80 minutes.
Yes, 0.2. Yeah, I know. Like it was nothing. It was that. Like it doesn't.
Are you going to sit there and tell me
that was the dirtiness? No.
That was the difference in the game?
No.
Are you going to sit there and watch that game and tell me that game was called slow?
No.
That's the fucking fastest game in 3 years.
Yeah.
In 33 years.
Yeah, it was incredibly quick. Not that. But hey, they're the experts, Tim. What do we know?
Get it. Well. But New South Wales, again, I think have picked a team that can actually do a number on Queensland.
It's too late, but yes.
And Cotter's out as well. That's the other out, which is going to be massive.
That's a big one.
So Carrigan's going to have to step up big time.
Yep.
Of which he already did.
I was going to say.
He's going to have to
He's
play
a guy
80.
that gets it.
Yeah.
He's a guy that gets it. Yeah.
So,
he seems like a lovely
massive
bloke
game
as well.
Massive game.
Huge.
Because I worry that coming back to Brisbane, if they roll them with this team, it's going to be very hard to come back. And don't forget, Luke, you guys lost by 1 meter.
Yes.
Like,
and
that's
Isaiah,
what we're talking about.
Doesn't remember the game.
Like, that's what we're talking about. Queensland, and we said it last week, Queensland, I doubt, could play any better than they did
they played
last
the best
Wednesday.
game they've got.
New South Wales arguably could not have played any worse.
Yeah.
Now they've picked a better side to a team that lost by 1 meter.
Yeah.
So all these New South Wales fans that are losing their minds is like, well, how about you just fucking focus on the straight and narrow? You're fucking an inch from winning the game. Like, and you've picked a better team. Like,
Still the
logically
win, though.
thinks.
You would think, but stranger things, New South Wales, mate. Stranger things. We're too burnt. I'm telling you now, we have years of being burnt. Has caused us to be this jaded.